Be me, 29 years old. Senior systems architect for a cloud logistics company in Austin. Making good money, 6 figures, invested well during the crypto boom. Own a modern 3-bedroom house near the hills. Life is good. Meet Chloe, 26 years old, works as a social media manager for a local kombucha brand. She is the total package. Blonde, fit, into yoga, pottery, and slow living. We date for a year. It's fantastic. She brings a calmness to my chaotic tech life. She cooks these amazing rustic meals. Her apartment smells like lavender and sage. She talks about wanting a simple life, away from the corporate grind. I propose on a hike in Sedona. She cries, says yes, posts a picture of the ring with a caption about manifesting her soulmate. We get married 6 months later. Small ceremony, very aesthetic, lots of pampas grass, and neutral tones. Move her into my place. First 3 months are bliss. Then the shift happens. We are lying in bed on a Sunday morning. Chloe sighs, looking at the ceiling. I think I need to quit my job, she says. I ask why. It's draining my feminine energy. I'm in a constant state of fight or flight. I can't nurture our home if I'm stressed about KPIs. I think about it. I make enough to support us both easily. We talked about her eventually staying home when we have kids. Maybe this is just starting early. Okay, I say. If that's what you want, I support you. She lights up. I want to be a true homemaker. I want to create a sanctuary for you. Sounds great. I imagine coming home to a clean house and hot meals. She quits the next day. Fast forward 2 months, I come home from a 10-hour day of debugging server clusters. The house is a wreck. Yoga mats sprawled in the living room. Amazon boxes piled by the door. Sink full of dishes. Chloe is on the couch, ring light set up, filming a TikTok. She's wearing a $300 linen dress that looks like a potato sack. Hey babe, I say, stepping over a tripod. Shh, she hizzes. I'm recording my day in the life of a stay-at-home wife intro. I wait 5 minutes. She finishes, smiles at me. How was work? She asks, barely looking up from her phone. Long. Is there dinner? Oh, I didn't have time to cook. I was sourcing vintage candle holders all day. Can we order Uber Eats? I order Thai food. I do the dishes while she edits her video. This becomes the routine. She wakes up at 10 a.m., drinks matcha, journals for 2 hours, films content about slow living and resting in her feminine, goes to a Pilates class, comes home, naps, orders delivery on my credit card, complains she is energetically depleted. Meanwhile, I'm paying the mortgage, the bills, her car lease, and for the maid service she insisted we hire because cleaning disrupts her flow state. I try to talk to her about it. Babe, I thought you wanted to manage the house? She looks at me like I just spoke Aramaic. I am managing the energy of the house, Anan. You don't understand the spiritual labor I do. Okay, but the physical labor is being done by a lady named Maria. I pay $200 a week. You're being so masculine and rigid right now. It's triggering my cortisol. I drop it. Maybe I am being a jerk. Maybe I don't understand energy work. Then the credit card bill comes. $6,000 in 1 month. Sephora, Erewhon, Anthropologie, and a $2,500 charge for a Divine Feminine Awakening retreat in Tulum. I confront her. What is this retreat? It's essential for my growth. High-value women invest in themselves. We didn't discuss this. I didn't think I needed permission to heal my inner child. It's $2,500, Chloe. You make plenty of money. Why are you hoarding resources? A provider provides. There it is. The buzzwords. Provider. High value. Hoarding. She never spoke like this before. I tell her I'm not paying for the retreat. She freaks out. Cries. Says I'm blocking her ascension. Locks herself in the guest bedroom. I sleep alone. Next morning, she's cold. Silent treatment. She leaves the house without saying goodbye. I decide to work from home that day to keep an eye on things. Around noon, her iPad on the kitchen counter lights up. Ding, ding, ding. Curiosity gets the better of me. I walk over. It's a Discord notification. Server name, The Gilded Cage, level up your lifestyle. I know the passcode. It's her birthday. I unlock it. My blood turns to ice. It's a group with hundreds of members. Channels like hash provider hunting, hash allowance negotiation, hash soft life strategy. I scroll to her recent messages. Username, Sage Spirit. Yesterday. Sage Spirit. Ugh, hubby is being so stingy. He's complaining about the CC bill and won't fund the Tulum trip. He makes 200K plus but acts like he's broke. Queen bee underscore coach? Stand your ground, sis. This is a test. He's testing your worthiness. If you accept less, you become less. Withhold intimacy until he understands his role is to facilitate your lifestyle. Manifest, babe. Men love to gatekeep resources. You need to remind him that your presence is the gift. He's paying for the privilege of your energy. Sage spirit. He expects me to cook and clean just because I quit my job. Like, hello? I'm not a maid. Queen bee underscore coach. Weaponized incompetence is your friend. Burn the dinner. Shrink his shirts in the wash. Make it so painful for him to ask you to do domestic labor that he hires help. You are a muse, not a mule. I feel sick. I scroll back months. The quitting the job was a script they gave her. The energy work excuse was a script. The masculine/rigid gaslighting was a script. She isn't spiritual. She's running a grift. A grift taught by some 40-year-old divorced life coach on the internet. They share tips on how to maximize allowance while minimizing effort. One post catches my eye. Sage spirit, I don't even like the slow living stuff that much, it's so boring, but it gets the best engagement on TikTok and he buys the tradwife act. As long as I wear the apron, he thinks everything is fine, lol. Rage. Pure, cold rage. I put the iPad down. I go back to my office. I don't work. I plan. She wants a traditional provider? She wants to play the trad wife role for the internet? Okay, we'll play by those rules. But we're going to use the 1950s rulebook, not the TikTok version. Chloe comes home at 5 p.m. She's holding shopping bags. I bought some crystals to clear the negative energy you left this morning, she says. I'm sitting at the kitchen table. Sit down, Chloe. She rolls her eyes but sits. I've been thinking, I say. You're right, she blinks. I am, yes. I have been too rigid. I haven't been leading this household properly. I've been failing as a provider. A smug smile spreads across her face. I'm so glad you finally see it, babe. I realize that if we are going to do this traditional dynamic, we need to commit to it fully. No half measures. Exactly. That's what I've been saying. So, I've made some changes to align us with that lifestyle. She nods, expecting a credit limit increase. First, I say, I fired the maid service. Her smile falters. What? A traditional homemaker takes pride in her home. It's her domain. Having another woman tend to your home undermines your feminine role. But my flow state, second, I canceled the DoorDash and Uber Eats accounts. Wait, seriously? Home-cooked meals are the cornerstone of a traditional marriage. It's how you nourish the family. I want to taste your energy in the food, not some strangers. She looks panicked. Third, I've canceled your credit cards. She stands up. You can't do that. That's financial abuse. No, it's traditional budgeting. In the 1950s, the husband managed the finances. I will give you a cash allowance for groceries and household necessities. You bring me the receipts, and we balance the ledger every Sunday. This is insane. I need to buy things for my brand. Your brand? You mean being a wife? You have everything you need here. I need clothes. I need skincare. I'll approve necessary purchases. But $300 linen dresses aren't necessary for cleaning the house. I am not cleaning this whole house. Then why are you here, Chloe? I say it quietly. If you aren't working and you aren't managing the home, what is your contribution to this partnership? My presence. My beauty. I am the prize. She's quoting the Discord again. I can look at beautiful women on Instagram for free. I need a partner. Or a homemaker. Pick one. She storms out. I'm going to my mom's. Okay. Leave the car keys. She freezes. What? I pay for it. If you're leaving the marital home, you don't take the provider's resources. She screams. A primal, frustrated scream. She calls an Uber. Leaves. I change the Wi-Fi password. I lock the secondary bank accounts. I sit in the quiet house. It's messy, but it feels lighter. 2 days pass. Her mom calls me. Anan, what is going on? Chloe is hysterical. She says you cut her off. I didn't cut her off. I gave her exactly what she asked for. A traditional marriage. She says you're making her scrub floors like a servant. She quit her job to be a homemaker, Linda. I'm just expecting her to make the home. Linda is silent. Linda worked 2 jobs to raise Chloe. Linda knows what actual work is. Is she really not cooking? Linda asks. She hasn't cooked a meal in 2 months. She spent $6,000 on clothes and retreats while the sink rotted. Long pause. I'll talk to her, Linda says. Another day passes. Chloe comes back. She looks humble. But I know it's an act. I checked the Discord logs. I kept the session open on my old laptop. Sage Spirit. He's playing hardball. Mama says I have to actually do the stuff for a bit to get him back under control. I'm going to love bomb him and pretend to be the perfect wifey until he gives the cards back. Queen B_coach, smart girl. It's a manipulation tactic. Outplay him, give him a week of perfection, then demand the Tulum trip as a reward. I watch her walk in. She's wearing an apron. She's holding a bag of groceries. I'm sorry, Anan, she says softly. I lost my way. I want to make it work. Good, I say. She goes to the kitchen. She actually cooks. Roast chicken. It's dry, but edible. She cleans the kitchen after. She comes to the living room, sits on the floor by my feet. Did you like dinner? It was fine. I missed you, she says, putting her hand on my knee. I look at her. She is beautiful, but all I see is a calculator behind her eyes. All I see is Sage Spirit plotting her next extraction. I'm tired, I say. I'm going to bed. Can I come? Guest room is still made up. She flinches. Anan, please. I'm trying. Keep trying. Trust takes time to rebuild. The next week is a masterclass in acting. She cleans, she cooks, she dresses up for me. She doesn't mention money. She posts on TikTok, my husband challenged me to step up and honestly, I needed it. Submitting to his leadership has been so healing. Thousands of likes, comments, goals. This is real love. He leads, she follows. It's all content. Saturday comes. We are eating breakfast. So, she starts, casual. That retreat in Tulum is next week. Here we go. And I was thinking, since I've been doing so well, and the house is perfect, maybe we could book it? As a celebration of our new dynamic. She smiles. It's the smile she used to get me to buy the house. No, I say. The smile drops. What? But I did everything you asked. You did the bare minimum of the role you chose, Chloe. For 5 days. That doesn't earn a $2,500 vacation. You promised if I acted like a wife, you'd treat me like one. I am. I'm providing housing, food, and security. That's the deal. This is abusive. You have the money. You're just punishing me. I'm not punishing you. I'm just not funding your LARP anymore. My what? Your live-action role play. The soft life. The divine feminine. It's a hobby, Chloe. And I'm not paying for your hobbies anymore. Her face turns red. You think you're so smart. You think you can control me with money. I think I'm done being used. She stands up. I'm leaving. For real this time. I'm going to file for divorce. I'll take half of everything. Alimony. The house. Everything. She recites it like a threat she memorized. Queen B_coach probably gave her the legal talking points too. I take a sip of coffee. Go ahead. You don't think I will? I think you'll try. But we have a prenup, Chloe. Remember? She freezes. We signed it back when I was protecting my crypto assets and she was too spiritual to care about material wealth. The prenup doesn't cover alimony if I was a stay-at-home wife, she yells. You were a stay-at-home wife. You have a degree. You have a work history. No judge is going to give you lifetime alimony for a 1-year marriage where you quit your job voluntarily to make TikToks. She stares at me. The reality sets in. She has no income. No savings, no leverage. And the high-value man she's trying to milk just closed the tap. She starts crying. Not the fake tears. Real, ugly, panicked tears. Add on, please. I can't go back to work. I can't. It's soul-crushing. Please, just let me stay. I'll do whatever you want. It's pathetic. I look at the woman I thought was my soulmate. She's just a child who doesn't want to grow up. I want a divorce, I say. No, please. I'm contacting a lawyer on Monday. You have until tonight to pack your things. Where will I go? Ask the Discord group. Maybe Queen B_coach has a spare room. She goes pale. You know. I read every message, Sage Spirit. She collapses into the chair. Game over. I leave the house, go to a coffee shop, watch the people walking by. I feel lighter than I have in months. My phone buzzes. Notification from my bank. Attempted charge, $2,500 Divine Feminine Retreats, Tulum DCLG. She tried one last time. Unbelievable. I block her number. I open Zillow. Time to sell the house. Too much sage smoke in the walls anyway. Be me. 6 months later, divorced. Kept my assets. Living in a sleek downtown condo. No maid, but I keep it clean myself. Dating a nurse named Sarah. She works 12-hour shifts. Comes over, drinks a beer, watches football with me. Doesn't talk about energy. Doesn't have TikTok. Sometimes we order pizza, sometimes she cooks lasagna. It's 50-50. Last I heard of Chloe, she's back at her mom's. Started a life coaching business for women. Bio says, helping queens navigate toxic masculinity and reclaim their worth. She has 12 followers. One of them is her mom. I take a sip of my beer. Life is good. Silence is expensive, but freedom is priceless. The end.